What's up guys, welcome back to a new Record of Ragnarok chapter review. Today we have chapter 44, which was absolute fire in my opinion. It featured rage from various gods about Buddha fighting for humanity, which was hype to see, and of course the fighter he'll be facing in round 6 of Ragnarok. Links as always are posted in the Discord server. Now onto the review. Be a mad lad by subscribing and joining the superior side, helping me reach my 2021 goal of 100k subscribers. I also have a Patreon for people who want various benefits while supporting the channel directly, alongside the Discord server and my Twitter. That's all linked in the description. Now enjoy the video. The title of the chapter is Zero. Starts out with Buddha just chilling there like an absolute mad lad. As the crowd goes crazy, they're confused, they're shocked, they have no idea what to say. A god is fighting for humanity and is going to kill another god. We cut to Shiva, who's just chilling, and it seems that his destroyed arms from his fight against Raiden are getting regenerated with this weird equipment, which in my opinion kinda takes away from the Raiden and Shiva fight. You would expect a injury a god received from like a Valkyrie weapon would be eternal. They wouldn't have this regeneration equipment, so in my opinion that kinda takes away from various fights and injuries that would happen during a fight due to a god. So yeah, unfortunate about that, but whatever. Shiva is, chilling, smiling. He's pretty much interested in what's going on, implying that he's more on humanity's side now than what he was at the start of the tournament, which we pretty much assumed based on the fight and how it went. We then cut to Thor, who's chilling in a big room alone, and we see that he's smiling as well. So Thor being quite sus here, implying he's also more on humanity's side now. But if I remember correctly, I believe he was one of the gods that didn't vote for humanity's destruction, but still, it shows that gods who have faced people in the tournament already are more inclined to allow humanity to live now after facing strong opponents from humanity. We also have Aphrodite going into an absolute rage. We got Ares, breaking his chair, going into absolute rage. We got Loki in absolute rage. We got Hermes in an absolute rage. All these gods are triggered. We got Odin, whose birds are going insane. We see the sheer rage on his face as well. All these gods are not very happy about what's going on here with Buddha, which makes us want to respect Buddha even more, being able to trigger so many high tier gods with him just finessing them like he did. We then cut to Brynhilde in goal, with Brynhilde saying the following: "The only one, a demigod and a demi-human." I'm guessing that's referring to Buddha. "Throughout heaven and earth, Buddha is the honored one. His will is dedicated by no one." Then we go to a flashback right before round 6 was started, with Brynhilde crying after the death of Raiden. We got Buddha walking past Brynhilde, who mentions to her that Zeus wants him to fight for the gods in the 6th round, with Buddha, being an absolute mad lad and telling her straight out that he's fighting for humanity. And surprisingly, Brynhilde doesn't have much of a reaction. She just says, "Okay, sir," with Buddha then coming to the assumption that Brynhilde pretty much expected Buddha to fight for humanity since the start, with her, being ignorant of this. Here in the heavens, no one hates God more than Lord Buddha. I love this little panel or page right there. Very good. We got Buddha laughing, and he just walks past getting ready to fight for humanity. Absolute craziness hype. Then right as he's leaving, Brynhilde starts sweating, and then we cut to the present with Brynhilde saying Buddha is a horrible man based on their conversation and what Buddha said at the end there. We have the announcer talking to Buddha, going over how they already have 13 members for humanity fighting against 13 gods, and that him fighting for humanity pretty much ruins the whole tournament and how the tournament is set up. We got Zeus walking to the arena, which at first kinda shocked me, and for some reason I expected Zeus to fight again real quick, but then we get to hear their conversation between the two, with them talking about, some section in the Valhalla constitution, whatever it is, and that Zeus is actually excited with what Buddha is doing here, as he's all about chaos and can't wait to see what's going to happen, and is happy to do the whole tournament over again if need be. Then we have Odin talking over the whole arena. "Let me ask you this. Buddha, you're going to make an enemy of all the gods. Are you sure you want to do this?" With Odin's words causing everyone in the whole stadium to be silent, including Buddha and Zeus for a short amount of time. And then we have Buddha's response, making him even more of an absolute mad lad than what he already was. "In the universe, I am Buddha. I am the honored one," with him, pointing his thumb down, calling Odin pretty much a loser. We see Loki going even more insane than what he was in the previous chapters. I expected Loki to go flying out and fight Buddha here and now, but he didn't. We cut back to everyone in the stadium going insane. Then from the clouds above, we see a ship floating, heaven's punishment, and we see that the 7 lucky gods are here to fight Buddha. We have Zeus walking past them saying, "You got this right?" They respond, "Yes sir," and they're getting ready to fight Buddha. The announcer questions them saying they all need to leave, that only the lead lucky god can, stay here and fight Buddha, as, can't have a 7 versus 1. Out of nowhere, they all surround the main lucky god, and then a Power Ranger-like transformation sequence occurs, with all the other lucky gods jumping inside the lead lucky god, just fusing together as expected based on what Jack the Ripper pointed out a few chapters ago, with all the lucky gods actually being one, with him being able to see one aura surrounding all 7 of them. I also quite enjoyed the few panels of the transformation, with each new lucky god fusing with the main one, changing the appearance of the main lucky god, so we get multiple versions of the lucky gods shown here, until out of nowhere, once all the lucky gods fuse together, an extra transformation is occurring. Brynhilde has no idea what's going on. We get some history about how there are 7 gods of good fortune, but there's actually one more, the legend of the 8th lucky god. We got the introduction from various places in the world, from India, Japan, how in reality there isn't 7 lucky gods, there's actually 8, and that to unleash this 8th lucky god, it's when they fuse together, they became one god. When that god descends, the heavens will fall, fortune disappears, it will bring a great disaster. A mini explosion occurs, and the name of the fused lucky god is Zero. So this is the 8th lucky god and Buddha's opponent. And then the final line in this chapter from Zero, "I will kill you," and that is the end of the chapter. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments of the design of the fused lucky gods. I personally quite like it. It reminds me somewhat of like Kiryu and Inaba from Kanganashra, maybe them like fusing together or something like that. I know a lot of people when the Raws came out weren't too impressed by the fused design, but I quite like it, and I'm very excited to see this fight. Of course, I'm still on Team Buddha and do think Team Buddha is going to win this fight, but now that the lucky gods have fused together and have unleashed this new 8th super lucky god, I'm expecting absolute hype in this fight. The battle of a god versus a god. We still don't know what's going to happen with the rest of the tournament, with Buddha changing sides and another fighter already on God's side facing Buddha, so I'm guessing they need 2 more fighters for God's side and 2 more fighters for humanity's side, unless they take off fighters, which I hope they don't do, but we'll most likely learn about that after the fight. Cannot wait for this fight to go. I'll have a prediction video on how I think the fight will take place in like a couple days or something like that. But yep, that's it for today's review. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to subscribe, and yep, that's it guys. Peace.